Hi everyone, it's time for practice time with Ms. Rhona. My name is Rhona-Mae Arca and I am a registered music teacher in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So this is a series, for those of you who've just stumbled in, it's a series where I open up my practice room once a week and you guys get to hang out with me as I practice through some of my students' pieces and technique as well as my own. Today it is actually all students' pieces. Yeah, it's the theme is going to be video, anime, and video game, and we've got some K-pop as well. And with that, that means that the musical theme is going to be rhythm, because all of them, that's the common theme. Rhythm is the challenge. So first off, while I do some stretching, how's everyone's week been? It's been quite windy with the Chinook. So I know there's quite a few people who've been having migraines over the week. With the barometric pressure going up and down, it is kind of tricky for sinusitis sufferers as well, but there's a really cool website and app that I've been using called it's year.no, so WR.no. And that at least gives me a heads up as to when there's going to be a huge air pressure drop. And then I can take my sinus medication early. So, how's everyone been doing with all the ice on the sidewalks? I slipped on some ice a couple of days ago, so I have to work through some knots here where I tried to break my fall. But I think it'll be good enough for today. Might have to take a few stretch breaks. That's okay. That's the nature of the beast. Before I start, I'm just going to show this off. I picked it up earlier in the week at Long and McQuaid, and it's the only copy that they had in the store. It was available for $26.50 Canadian. So just to give you an idea of some of the themes, we've got Angry Birds, Assassin's Creed, Civilization 4, Battlefield theme, Advent Rising, Full Metal Alchemist, Kingdom Hearts, Deltarune, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, Final Fantasy, Fallout 4, more Final Fantasy, God of War, Last of Us, or The Last of Us, The Long Dark, Mass Effect, Megalovania, Metal Gear Solid, a good mix of old and new. Advent Rising again, God of War 3, Naruto, and we've got Splinter Cell, Uncharted, and that wraps up the list. So it's easy piano arrangements. Like I said, I picked it up because it was the only one there, and I've got quite a few students, obviously with that being the theme today, that are probably going to want to take a look at this. I'll just have to add it into my studio library and then let it sit for, a bit so that I haven't touched it by the time a student has decided to take a look at it. All the usual precautions. Okay, so I thought I would get things moving on with a little bit of sight reading for me, but it is a song that my Concan Grade 2 student is working on. So let's see if I can do, oh no, I want the other, yeah, let's do that setup. Okay, so like I said, it's sight reading for me, but it will give my student a bit of an idea. There we go. So I'll have it there. So we've got 2 lines and just share some sight reading tips. So first off, you want to take a look at key signature and time signature. The metronome marking is really more just as a guideline, but for sight reading, especially if you're doing an exam, you want just a comfortable pace. I mean, if you're sight reading in a rehearsal setting, you're going to have to do the pace that your conductor has picked. So if that's too fast for you, then you need to drop notes and just simplify. And that's fine. For a test, you can also simplify to a degree. The most important things to focus on in a sight reading exercise is tempo and flow, really. So you just want to keep that steady beat. It really doesn't matter, and we've been told this by examiners. They don't care if you hit all the notes wrong, or if you miss the dynamics, or if you muck up the fingering. Main thing is the tempo and flow. Rhythm would be the next. So rhythm, timing, it all kind of clicks together. So I'm just going to take a quick look through. If you can notice interesting patterns to help you out, like for instance, the left hand is the exact same for the entire page. So once you have that down, you don't really have to think too hard about it. That is the nature of game music, though. It's, they're usually in a bar theme, and then it just loops until you do the correct sequence of buttons where, hi there, thanks for stopping in. We're doing a little bit of sight reading. And let's see. So yes, video game music there's a repeating segment. So I'm just looking that over right now, seeing if there's anything tricky. And I'm actually going to scroll down a little bit so I can show you where things get a little bit more interesting. Because I think my student, when he starts working on this, will find the first two lines pretty easy peasy. But stuff gets a little bit more interesting once you get further down the page. So I think that is where I'm going to start my sight reading. Another good thing to do when you're sight reading is count and pick a good speed. Okay, my chair's armrests move far too easily. Okay, so I'm going to get my hands in position, and I'll just count myself in, go slow. The other thing, too, with sight reading is you look over that first couple bars carefully, because once you start playing, you should be trying to peek ahead so that, you're not caught unawares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And no take-backs with sight reading. That really should have been that note. Just a good old A major chord. So I want to highlight, especially if you are learning something remotely like this, if you look at that last line there, you've got right hand's doing that, but then right hand's got to jump up. So the only way you can physically do that is if you put the pedal down when you play the chord. And then I think I did use finger 4 and finger 5 there, just to make it easy to slide back down. So now, for my student who is probably going to look this over, I am going to just zoom out just a smidge, just so that you can all see the first 4 lines, because I suspect that's a little too far away, isn't it? Let me fix that. Zoom. Fit width. No, that is so. I don't know. Sometimes Adobe Acrobat is helpful, and sometimes not so much. I thought I hit that, but just gonna do, I'll zoom in maybe 75%. Okay, so that way that will give us both the same view. Okay, so 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. How about I pick a speed that actually works? I'm going to try sight reading this at, I'm just trying to find my metronome. It tends to move every lesson. It was here last lesson this morning. I'm not too sure where. Oh, there it is. It's behind the monitor. That's a silly place for it. Okay, so it's 70 beats. I want to play this significantly faster. I've got 72 on my metronome. Maybe I'll pick 69. Okay. So sight reading with a metronome is also a good practice idea because it really forces you to keep plowing ahead no matter what. And actually, why not do it now? So 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I want to go faster. So I'm trying to look ahead. Slight difference there. 2, 3, 4. 2. And the part I played earlier. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And to be absolutely honest, I think that's probably as far as my student is going to get for his lesson next week. And that's totally fine. So, what do I have next on my practice list? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So my student is working on, or he's been working on this Zelda theme for about a month or so. And it's from this book here. So really good book. The only thing I don't like about it is this. The pages come out quite easily. So. Okay, so he's totally rocking page 1. Page 2 is coming along, but we've got to work on that transition in the C section. Now, I don't have, do I have a screen cap? I don't think so. So I'll just show you real quick as I continue to break that a little bit more. So you can see it's good old standard 4/4 timing, but once you get to this line here with the half notes and the triplets, you kind of have to think and feel in 2/2, so cut time. So that's the transition that my student is going to have to work on. Well, me too, to be honest. So I think what I'll do is let's go with the 2 views and let me know if you like this view. This way you get, I'll just switch it around so you've got the overhead though. Boop, that way. That way you can see side view 2 for wrist action. Okay, well, since it's been a while since I've played through it, I'm going to go through the beginning just to refresh my brain and give you a taste of what this theme is, and the B section, and then we'll take a look at that transition. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4 Oops, my counting's mucked up. See, the moment you stop counting is when you mess up. Never fails. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2 and I'll come back to that because I totally mucked that up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 3 And then I think he'll be home free because it's this again. Okay, so where did I say I needed to take it up from? I think the beginning of page 2. It was kind of where I started mucking things up. So rhythm-wise, as you can see, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in the left hand. So that has to be bang on. And then right hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, I think it wasn't too bad there, but I know I made some mistakes. So anyone learning this would probably appreciate me doing this again and getting it a little bit cleaner. So 1 and 2. Oh, okay. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I stopped counting. Okay, I gotta start at that same bar. I think that's the same bar that I screwed up in last time too, isn't it? Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So there, that is the transition that my student and I have to figure out because we have to feel it. We have to switch from that 1 and 2 and to feeling it to 1 and crud. Okay. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and so feeling it in 2 2. So 1 and 2 and 1 2 and 1 and a 2 triplet 1 and a 2 and 1 and 1. I mean, if all else fails really with a lot of this stuff, and the jazz musicians know this well, it's good to just listen because sometimes the counting just makes it a little too confusing, but if you listen to the music enough times and get it into your ear and into your body, then you've got it. So that is Hyrule Field Zelda. You know, to be absolutely honest, I've never played a Zelda game. I do love the music though. I think my exposure to Zelda was Super Smash Brothers. Good game. All right, so moving on to, just gonna switch views for a sec. If I could see you again. Oh, let's do that. So it's amazing that quite a few of my students have picked so many video game, anime, and J-pop and K-pop songs for this term. And to be absolutely honest, I don't mind at all, just because, as you can see, it's a rhythmic workout. So, and yeah, that tempo thing is kind of wild. I think the idea is that it's, you know, it's more of a feeling. I've only listened to the clip maybe once or twice, but that whole sense of speeding up. Okay, so I don't know if I've actually, I think I've looked this over maybe once, to be honest. So this is also going to be a little bit of sight reading practice for me. And hopefully I don't hit too many wrong notes, and it'll be a good guide for anyone learning this piece. Things to keep in mind. Well, that left hand in the treble clef. That is one thing to keep in mind. So up here and then here. Repeating patterns. There's a lot of repetition, at least in the first couple of lines. The rhythm in bar 3, as you can see, is a little tricky, so let's clap that out. So we go 1 and 2 and... okay, it's not too bad. But now, true test. Let's add the next bar. Now, I'm going to count it differently this time. I'm going to use syllabic counting, for lack of a better way to express it. So I'm going to use the words animated alligator. So each syllable represents a 16th note. So animated alligator, animated alligator. It's just way easier than going 1 and D, 2 and D, 1 and D, 2 and D. So, animated alligator. My university prof taught me that. Okay, what else do we need to look at? Well, we've got that repeats and then it changes. Oh yeah, my student was asking about that F natural in the last bar. I think that's just carried over from the third bar. Oh, actually, ooh. No. It has to be, because the key signature would say that normally it would be an F sharp. Okay, and then, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully I don't muck up too badly, but as I said earlier, with sight reading, you're just trying to get a sense of it. So there may be wrong notes. You just have to keep going. Okay, so, you know, I'm going to put my little cushion on, just rather than moving my chair up and down, but I should technically be, yeah, that's a better angle, a little bit higher. So. Haha, gotta watch the F natural. That is an E again, isn't it? And then it changes to a completely different chord that we haven't heard yet. Huh. Okay. So, obviously, the spots where one slows down when they shouldn't is a spot to really come back to. Okay, First couple bars, I don't think my student's going to have an issue with. The next 2 bars, that. So pro tip, break things down into smaller chunks. So just want to get that sorted out. Make sure fingering makes sense. I'm not too sure if I want to commit to that fingering. That looks okay, although ideally you want to avoid putting your pinky on that C sharp. But that actually felt a lot more natural with the other notes. So let's put it together. I think finger 2 will need to be on the A, so the thumb can take the next note. Yeah, that could work. That could work. I mean, play around with different fingering and see what's comfortable. The one thing you just want to avoid is doing that with the exact same finger. That's just not good fingering. Okay, I think she'll be okay with bar 5 and bar 6, and then we'll just jump to bar 7 and 8. That sounds rather creepy. Okay. Okay. Make a note that that's 2 C naturals. That would be a good one to do treats drill on. So for those of you not familiar with treats drill, my students, and I love treats drill. So yeah, students, sorry, dipping into your candy stash. Hi, choose. So I'm gonna grab 3 treats. I should try not to breathe in it. There we go. So hopefully I just need to run through this spot 3 times. So I'm going to, with the toucan plushie beside me as my judge, and you as well, each time I run through these 2 bars cleanly, I'll move one of the treats closer to me. I'll hang out with the toucan, who still needs a name. I'll put a link down below to the naming. It's not so much a naming contest, but vote for the name, and I'll do a draw January 31st. Or no, it's not even a draw. We'll see which one wins and announce this guy's name at the first live stream at the beginning of February. Okay, so I will run through that section. If I don't mess up, then a treat moves closer to me. If I do mess up, then no treats move. We'll give that a go and show you what happens if, like, second time is mucked up. Okay. Okay, so that was okay. So one treat comes closer to me. Okay, I will muck up on purpose so you can see what happens. So say, there. So now I've got to move that treat that was closer to my tummy away from my tummy. So that means I got to do it all over again. So now I will try really hard, for reals, to get that cleaner. So. So that treat comes back to me. Try again. Guess I really didn't need to try to muck up. That just kind of happens on its own because of practice. Redemption. Okay. One more time. 2 treats towards the tummy. Okay, and again. Ta-da! So that's 3 successful run-throughs. So that means I get to enjoy my treats, but I'll enjoy them later because I have a bad habit of swallowing funny and then it goes down the wrong pipe. I have a feeling that's as far as my student is going to get. Oh, she might actually get to bar 12. So let's take a quick peek at bar 12, or the next line. So let's get that there so you can see it as well. Oh yeah, it's slightly different, but same pattern. Yeah, save record. Okay, so yeah, counting also an issue there. So I'm going to do it again and count. I'll use the animated alligators again. So animated. Okay, so I paused. I got to do that over again. That's just the way it goes. So animated alligator, animated alligator, animated alligator, animated alligator. That works. And I'm pretty sure that's probably as far as that student is going to get. So this will hopefully serve as a good guide for her and good idea of rhythm practice for you. So next up on the hit list. Oh yes, Umi no Mieru Machi. That one's cool. So this is from Kiki's Delivery Service. Okay, so I think last week in the live stream, I sight read through the other version that I had tracked down for my student, but she decided on this version. So I think we've also decided we're not doing the second ending. Oh, let me get that side menu out of the way. Maybe, go away. There we go. Oh, let me scroll that over, or slide it over. Oh, let's not do that. I'm just trying to get it so it shows you the other bar. Oh, wait a sec. This is the other version, the one she didn't pick. Oops. Okay. So let me just do a quick search for the one that she actually picked. So we are both looking at the same document. I think that one's the... No. Did I accidentally? I might have accidentally deleted the one that she's using. Okay. I think it's in my recycling bin. Give me one sec. So are you working on any video game or anime music? Or is there a song that you're thinking of tackling? Let me know in the comments there. I have to hit restore, don't I? There we go. Oh no, that is not the piece. That is also not the piece. That was a totally different piece. Okay, I've got to track this down. It is hiding somewhere. I thought it was in the recycling bin. Okay, Umi. Umi is C, isn't it? I think. Is that the one? Yeah, there it is. Ah. Yep, that's the version she picked. I believe Umi is C. And no, I don't know. Mieru, I believe that is based on the verb to see. I don't know, my Japanese is kind of rusty, so. All right. So I believe my student is skipping the first ending. So I'll just go through real quick. Because like I said, she picked the version that I didn't sight read. So, geez, I'm getting tons of sight reading practice today. Okay. Oh, I need my little disc. This is quite a lovely piece. And Kiki is probably one of the less creepier of the Studio Ghibli shows. Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, I find they're actually quite creepy. Okay, what do we have? Okay. So yeah, I'll go up to the second ending, I think. Or just the end of the first section. Because the next phrase starts on a pickup. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I wish you picked the other version, but we'll see how well this goes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. The other version was just a bit more pianistically friendly. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. It's quite a pretty theme, hey? And then repeats mostly. Okay. I just want to make sure. Nope, I'm going to scroll up so you can see the next line. There you go. Because, yeah, she'll probably get that far. She's a fast learner. So, okay, so from the second ending. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah. So we got options here. We could roll that, or the right hand could take it, but then it would need to roll. And I think it'll be easier if the left hand takes that. So we'll give it a shot. So that's bar 17, 18, 19, 20. So. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, so like this next bar is an example of, it was kind of written funny. And then that was the next line down, and that's the end of that section. So yeah, if you look at the end of that last line there, you can see that that's an example of it was written rather oddly. Be interesting to see what the original arrangement is like, for sure. Very pretty theme, hey? Okay, so gotta keep moving though, because we've got a few more songs to plow through. Okay, if you have any questions, do drop them down in the comments there, and I'd be happy to answer. Okay, so another Studio Ghibli, Joe Hisaishi from Spirited Away. I like the little dust balls, but you know the big tall guys with the mask in black? Like, those are creepy AF. Okay, so my student she's learned it all. She's just working on flow, really. So mainly the middle section, like the chorus, and then the tail end. So I think, but for you, I think I'm going to show you a little bit about the beginning here. So I'm just going to zoom this out a smidge. Where's my zoom? Let's zoom in. Dynamic zoom. Whoa. No, see, I actually just want to zoom out. If only my desktop had was a touch sensitive screen, but it is not. Okay. Ah, gosh, this way I think you get a good view, hey? But you can only see like 3 lines at a time. 2 really good. I guess we'll do that. Okay, so the 3 lines that I'll just show off it's mainly this line here, so you can see. You always have options when it's something like this. I mean, it was originally composed for orchestra, right? But 10 fingers can only do so much. So that is, you're going from here up to here. So there's no way you can physically do that with one hand. I mean, even if the right hand were to help and play that bottom E, unless you were like you have hands like Rachmaninoff, what my student and I have been doing is just rolling it. So just kind of grace note-y-ish. So I'm just going to start on that line just so you can hear how that fits together. And that is always an area for me that needs work too, because as you can see, my hands are, here's, metronome, as you know, is like that big, so gives you an idea. Or pencil. Yeah, so my hands aren't that big. Okay, so let's do those lines. Okay, so I'll start at the bar 12. Oh. Bring this back. The other reason why I'm using the sit-fit disc too is just so I have a bit of tilt, because the one thing about this chair is that it doesn't tilt very well, even though it's supposed to have a tilt function. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have to do that again, but I'll try not to do it as loud as I did earlier. It's hard because you have to really memorize just how far you have to move your hand. And you got to try not to look up and down. So you have to trust that your hands know what they're doing. Okay, so that is, it's a good treats drill spot, but just for the sake of time, I'm not going to do treats drill. So I'm going to just go bar 14, yeah. Nope. Okay. So, a common problem when the pattern starts to change is we tend to hesitate between bars. So a good thing to drill in this case would be bar 20 going into bar 21. So a bar and a bit. Let's see if I can get all the elements in place this time. And then after that, because that was, we'll call that a fluke, should drill that a few times. Once more for good measure. Because 3 is a magic number, right? Okay, so that is my tip to any of you that's working on a piece where you've got that really big leap in the chord. Okay, so let's jump to page 2. We're going to look at the chorus part, because my student tends to be a little pausy with this. Namely, like that third line there. So how are you liking this view? Because this way you get overhead and side view and the music as well. If you find that useful, let me know, because in the past I just did the overhead view or the side view. Because if you like the music view, then guess I'll have to get the other sheet music scanned in, just the spots to drill so you can see as well. Okay, so I'm going to do the pickup into bar 30. So that part for everyone who knows this piece. It's such a pretty theme. I should have gone slower. Here's an example of this was written for orchestra. So one thing, especially if you have small hands, is you don't have to play the entire chord. So I'll do that again. can take time in between. So yeah, with small hands, you really have to be careful about tendinitis here and here, and just make sure you take those moments to relax. So those cheats of dropping some of those notes, totally fine. Anything to save your hands so that you can continue to play for many, many years. Okay, so I'm going to drill that spot again. Pick up into bar 34. That's so wrong. Something's off. Oh no. That could be way more even. That would be a rhythm drill to do that. Both, right, left, right, both. Okay. There we go. Got it. Okay, next spot I'm going to just drill because it's a spot that I need to drill as well as my student needs to drill. Bar 56. So I'm just going to chord it so you can hear. Oh. Wow, wrong note there, but... So, similar to the beginning, but... Oh. And she'll be okay. I'm going to drill that again, so... So one thing that helps in these sections is that motion. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's going to give my student enough of a handle on that. So carrying on. Carrying on. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, let's just pause for a sec, because this one's gonna hurt my head, so a lot. So my student is, who's working on this, he's in grade 3 piano, but as soon as you see this, you'll see this is definitely not a grade 3 piece. So. Oh. Hold on. The computer in charge of sound is bleeping at me, and I need to plug this in. All right, there we go. Maybe it will stop bleeping at me. Hyrule. Okay, let me show you just what I'm talking about here. Boop. So, I mean, 5/4. You don't often see 5/4 in grade 3 pieces. And then... sometimes takes me a moment to find the cursor, just because I've got two monitors I'm going back and forth between. But yeah, you take a look at that. It is well beyond grade 3. This is closer to grade 7, grade 8. At least. Maybe grade 7. Okay, so my students got a pretty good, really good handle on this first bit, so I think we will go back to the main thing that he's got to work on is he's not a huge fan of pedal. And we've been doing lessons this year online because, you know, pandemic. This one would be a bit easier to teach in person, at least to demonstrate the pedal, but that is kind of why I also have a pedal camera view. Oh, see, I like it when that comes up, then I can specify the zoom. Yays. Okay, so we are, maybe if we did 75, that gives you a few lines to look at. Okay, so I'm going to jump farther ahead, though. I think I'm going to go to page 3. Oh, this is page 3. Perfect. That is actually most of page 3. Okay. Yeah, we'll start there, because that's the new section, or his newest section. So we have so we got 5/4. So we'll go. It's kind of subdivided strangely, because usually it would be 2/3 or 3/2. This would be 3/2, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now, see, it's 5/4, but it's written. It's definitely 1, 2, 3. It's almost written like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, and that sounds cool, I gotta say, but just nailing, again, rhythm is such a big component, tricky, challenging component of video game music and anime music. Yeah, that's totally written in like 1 triplet, yeah. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3, and then back to 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and F minor 7. That is so. There we go. Nope. That's bizarros. Two octaves higher, so that's up here. Nope. That's creepy. But Holy, holy, holy. Okay, so hang on. Look at all those ledger lines. That's a whole schwack of ledger lines there. Okay, when it's that high, it's good to just rate some of these in. Okay, so C, D, E, flat, I'm okay with that. D flat, E flat, G, F sharp, and then that is going to be A flat, and then, wait. And then way too many ledger lines. A, C, E, G, B flat. So then therefore that next note is C. That's like way. Oh. If in doubt, it's the bar before, just an octave higher. Okay, good to know. Okay, I'm going to do bar 45 to the end of the page, because, yeah, that's going to need work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then we got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then an octave higher. And 2 octaves higher. 1, 2, 3. 1. That's crazy, man. That's creepy. And then 6/4. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 1. Oh. No. That is really, I was going to think of that in 6/4, but it's really 5/4 still. Okay. Okay, I'm going to plow ahead just a little bit. I'm not too sure. I think my student's still working on this page, but I should look ahead and be ready for them. Okay, so here we go. Well, more sight reading practice for me, because I don't think I've really read this far ahead. Okay, I'm going to start at the top of the page. So 6/4, lovely. 1 triplet, 2. Oh, hang on, try that again. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 2. Wait. Let's try that again. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2. No, that should be 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Yeah, there we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 yeah. And then 1 triplet, 2 triplet, and then all hell breaks loose. That's all done in steps. So. Oh. Okay, so. Oh, back to that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, I don't think he's going to get anywhere past that. But at least that gives me a quick look at that. So, last thing on today's practice list. If I can find my... Oh, there it is. Has to come over. This one is brand new. Brand new. So, yeah, I think that's the one my student picked. So, Yoru ni Kakeru. Just trying to think if that's Yoru or Yoru. I have to take a look. But it's Racing into the Night, J-pop. Arranged by Shio, but it's, whatever I say there. YOASOBI. Or is it YOASOBI, I think. Because, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen W or YOA as a word. Holy crud. Okay, so my student who picked this is actually going to be a really good exercise for her because rhythm is a challenge. So let's look this over. Because it's kind of written funny too. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and a 2, and cripes. Mm. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1. One and 2. 1. Might be easier if we animated alligator it. Animated alligator. Nope. Animated alligator. Animated alligator. Animated alligator. Animated that was written funny. That was totally written funny. Like that dotted. No, that's okay. This person probably only has a free subscription to whatever program they used. Because that should be a pickup. There shouldn't actually be a rest there. Should just start on beat 4. But that first full bar. So, I'm trying to think 8th and 16th notes. Animated no. Well, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2 and no 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. But this next one sounds kind of weird, or looks weird. One and 2 and. Yeah, rhythmically that looks odd. Let's see. Oh, I see. So that bar 3 should be 1 and 2 and 3 and then bar 9, 10, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the timing for those spots. So, my advice to anyone learning this song, especially my student, is you go get that rhythm. So I'll just play the right hand a few times. So we got 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Nope. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Nope. 1 and 2 and 3. No. I'm mucking up the notes. At least I'm getting the rhythm. And 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Just to give you an idea. Okay, I'm gonna put that together. Here goes nothing. So we picked this arrangement. There was another one available on MuseScore, which on the surface looked like it was more piano friendly, but the person who arranged this has smaller hands, so that's kind of why both my student and I went for it. So. I was a little late there. 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. That's written funny. Okay. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 1 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so I'm gonna go a bit faster. I'll try to get the counting. Starting on line 2. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 glad it repeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Yeah, I don't think my student's going to get any further than that. Pretty song, but man, rhythmically. Craziness. That's just nuts. All right, so that takes us to the end of today's practice. At least for, online. So, hope you found that helpful, just going through rhythms and and just seeing the importance of getting the rhythm. I mean, we can be a little bit more flexible with some of the notes, but if the rhythm is off, it's a little harder for the brain, especially if it's a famous song. This sounds like it's from an anime OP, but my student said it's just a regular J-pop song. I'm gonna have to do some sleuthing. So, yeah, like I said, that's it. So next week, I'm going to be recording the end of the month practice time session with my 3 special guests. So one of them, she is a piano student of mine. I guess today is her 16th pianoversary. I don't know if she realizes that, her 16th. She started piano as an adult after her son started lessons. And she's the one who kept up with it. She is started as a beginner and now is working on her grade 9. But recently she took up the flute. The next guest, she is a piano student. She's studied with a few of my colleagues. And she recently took up singing lessons. And then the third one is a Budo friend of mine. She has been studying taiko for a couple of years. And so it's a really neat mix, and we're just going to discuss various aspects of practicing and learning an instrument, especially as an adult. So if you have any questions that you'd like me to pose to our special guests, please drop them down in the comments and let me know. And then I can ask it to them. And like I said, the session will air at the end of the month. The plan is to air it on Friday. It's just with time scheduling and all that, it's easier to have the special guests and record them separately and, make sure that we put it together nice and neat for all of you. So if I could have the questions by Wednesday, noon, Mountain Time, so January the 20th, then that'll give my guests and I enough time to read through it so that they can at least have a few minutes to think it over. And whatever your plans are this weekend, please stay safe, please stay well, and don't forget to hit the like, comment, or subscribe button down there. And again, if you have ideas for future topics, because I hope to do the special guests sessions once a month, please let me know. Till next time, so happy practicing. Take